days, Marcos preaches unity between leaders to solve the Philippines' problems. Like during the campaign run of the now-defunct UniTeam, an alliance formed by President Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte during the 2022 elections, Marcos has once again turned to advocating for unity in solving the country's problems as he endorsed his senatorial bets in Dumaguete City. The president highlighted that the Alianza para sa Bagong Pilipinas, short for Alianza, carries the same principle he and his former ally Duterte adopted in the last elections: the unity between different political alliances. The Alianza is composed of 5 political parties, namely the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats, Nationalist People's Coalition, Nacionalista Party, and National Unity Party. Presidential counsel Enrile says ex-President Duterte failed to secure Philippines' interests in West Philippine Sea. Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Juan Ponce Enrile said the Philippines' maritime issues with China remain unsolved as former President Rodrigo Duterte failed to secure the Philippines' national interest in the West Philippine Sea despite the latter's close ties with China. Enrile said this in an interview over state-run Radyo Pilipinas on Thursday evening, February 20th. During the interview, the former Senate president pointed out that Duterte, who pursued closer relations with China during his 6-year term, did not take decisive action on the disputed waters. However, Enrile recognized that international law is not enough to enforce the country's claims over the contested waters, and China's military advantage also gives it control over the region. Camille Villar climbs into Senate's Magic 12 in latest survey. Camille Villar has gained significant traction in the latest Social Pulse Philippines survey on senatorial preferences for the 2025 elections, securing the 9th spot in the rankings. The survey, conducted from January 26 to February 8, 2025, reflects shifting voter sentiments as Election Day approaches. With a nationwide sample of 1,000 respondents and a positive-negative 3% margin of error, the poll highlights Villar's increasing support, suggesting strong public recognition of her advocacy for affordable housing, small business growth, and social welfare programs. The Commission on Elections is urged to enforce impartial gun ban as spike in violence threatens midterm polls in the Bangsamoro region. A local peace-building organization said that police and military forces should not only implement the gun ban, but must also enforce with full impartiality the existing laws and regulations on firearms ownership if they desire to achieve peaceful and honest elections, especially in the central and western parts of Mindanao. For the Climate and Conflict Action Asia, all the signs are already pointing to escalation of violence for the May 12th midterm elections, from the biggest increase in violent conflicts in Maguindanao, Lanao del Norte, and 3 other areas in 2024, up to the recent election update, wherein a political party identified with the Moro Islamic Liberation Front fielded candidates to challenge the incumbent and longtime politicians on a large-scale basis. Gasoline price hike looms while diesel rollback is possible next week. Fuel prices are expected to see mixed movements next week, with some potentially rising while others fall. Based on the 4-day means of Platts Singapore and the average foreign exchange rate, gasoline prices could rise by 40 to 75 centavos, while diesel prices could decrease by at least 10 or increase by up to 40 centavos. And kerosene prices may remain unchanged or increase by up to 10 centavos per liter. The Pope is now sitting up out of bed at hospital as he recovers from pneumonia. The Vatican said that Pope Francis is continuing his recovery from pneumonia, eating breakfast out of bed on Thursday morning after a 6th peaceful night at the hospital. Vatican spokesman Matteo Bruni issued a new update after confirming late Wednesday that new blood tests showed a slight improvement in some inflammation indices for the 88-year-old pontiff, who had an acute case of pneumonia in 2023 and is prone to respiratory infections in winter. Francis was admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital February 14th after a bout of bronchitis worsened. Doctors on Tuesday diagnosed pneumonia in both lungs, on top of a polymicrobial infection in his respiratory tract, meaning a combination of bacteria, viral, and other organisms. Stay updated with the latest news. Visit our website at www.mb.com.ph or follow us on social media. Thanks for tuning in to the Manila Bulletin Daily Rundown.